monsters. I'm done with the heartache, done with the heartbreak. No mistakes, no monsters. But the days and the nights, boy, you're all that I was dreaming of. I try to run, try to hide, try to put those fears aside. But the days and the nights, you were there.
Research shows that happy people live longer and are more successful. So put a smile on your face, do it. That's step 1 to opening the door. And step 2, move your body. That's the ticket, move your body. Hi, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga, and that's exactly what we're gonna do today. This is our strength and mobility practice. It's 1 hour long, but you're thinking, oh my goodness, 1 hour. If you can't squeeze in the hour, just stick around for 10 minutes. Just stick around till the warm-up is done. Every little bit you do is good. Do what you can with what you got. Everybody's body is different and every day is different. Do what is right for your body, your unique one and only body. If something hurts, don't do it. Just try. Every little bit of trying adds up to some good results. So modify, modify, modify. Don't hurt yourself. That's the most important part. So another thing I'd like you to remember is that we have different practices every day. You're practicing live. Thank you for allowing me to come to your living room, your private in-home yoga studio. I'm here to coach you and to guide you. This is our strength and balance practice where you are going to get stronger and stronger. All right, every practice is different. Strength and balance today. Other days we have restorative and just other things. Come check us out. I've designed them all to work together to make you the best you can be. There's a word I'd like you to think about today as you practice, and that word is very simply play. Let go of expectations. Don't worry about it. Play. One definition of play is brisk and light and changing movement. So stop with the performance pressure. Stop. Just do. It's a new year. Life is hard enough. Your yoga shouldn't be. Your yoga should be an enjoyable time. Your time on your mat should be pleasurable and enjoyable, and I hope that's what it is. All right, so use some props today. I had the chair out earlier. If you want to sit in a chair and do this yoga, you can do it. Use the chair. A wall. If you want to be near a wall, you can do your Chaturanga Dandasana. It's one of the poses we'll do on the mat. You can do that up against the wall, and I'll explain that as we go. I like to have water. You need water. You always need lots of water. And when you're yoga practicing or just whatever, drink more water this year. Best pose is at the end. You're going to want this eye shade for the last pose, the best pose of the practice. Always save the best for last. If you don't have that, a little hand towel can function as an eye shade as well. Strap if you want. Don't have a strap? Get the belt to your robe, get a jump rope, get your dog leash, whatever. But a yoga strap and 2 blocks you can easily buy online. They're not very expensive. You could have them probably delivered today via drone. Anyway, yoga blocks, let's start. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Number 1, have fun. Put a smile on your face. Don't stress out. Let's come alive. Come on up to standing. When you're standing, start to lock a stress number in. We do this every day. Scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. Where are you at? What are you feeling stress-wise? Pick a number. Pick a number. And let's begin. All right, so your warm-up. Let's do our warm-up stance. Spread your feet a little bit. Hands to your hips. Chest is lifted as much as it can lift. Elbows back and down. Big breath in through your mouth. Big sigh and breath out through your mouth. Let it go. Now start to breathe in through your nose and sigh it out through your mouth. You got this confident stance going on. Chest is lifted. Let's challenge our balance a little bit. Come on up onto your toes, the balls of your feet. Come on up. Lift and lower. Lift and lower as you strengthen your foundation. Always do this. Always say this. Foundation is the most important part in anything, right? Building a house, your education, learn the conjugation of those French verbs. That's the most important thing when you're learning. Strengthen your foundation. Know your stuff. All right, so with your lifting up through the heels onto the balls of the feet, you're strengthening your foundation in your feet. You're helping yourself stand more confidently, more securely, finding better balance. This is a balance practice. All right, so you're lifted up with your heel right behind your toes. Try not to let your heel splay out and fall out. You know, the chair could be here, the wall could be here, you could be leaning against those. How are your calves feeling? Are they starting to awaken? Oh yeah. All right, let's come on down to your foot. Lift your toes up and give them a wiggle. Plant your feet solidly. Maybe you bring your legs in a little bit. Extended mountain pose, Tadasana. There's your first yoga pose. Lift your arms up, fingers high to the sky. Let your shoulders kind of relax a little bit. You don't want them scrunched up next to your ears. Relax in the shoulders. Lengthen through the fingers. Maybe a little bend in the elbows. Feels good. My elbow's kind of bothering me today, so I'm going to honor that. Lengthen up. Remember the breaths. In through the nose. Sighing, audible breaths out through the mouth. Wrist circles. Circle your wrists around. Move them. Wiggle your fingers. Nice job. We can do that, right? Interlace your fingers. Send your palms up to the sky. Let's do palm tree pose. Start to sway from side to side. As you do this, oh, it feels nice, doesn't it? Bend in the elbows or straighten them. You decide. Feet are rooted. Lateral flexion to your spine, sideways movement. Wake it up, wake it up. We're gonna need to wake it up. Breathe, breathe. Finish up, come back to the midline of your body. Release your hands down to your low back. Push into your low back, fingers down, belly forward, shoulders back. Feel what you feel here and look up to the sky. As you're looking up to the sky, you're taking a little baby back bend, moving your spine in yet another plane of motion. Exhale, hinge forward, little bend in the knees, feels good. Let your arms now hang heavy toward the earth. Look back toward your knees. You know, maybe your hands are on the ground. Maybe there's no way they're reaching. That's okay. Accept yourself where you are. That's what you got to do. Every day you'll get better. Every day you'll get more mobile if you just show up and stick with it. Gaze back toward your knees or up toward your belly button. Maybe hinge forward a little bit more. Bend in the knees if that feels good. On your inhale, sweep your arms on up. Come on back up to standing. Arms are high and lifted. Take a big breath in. Big shoulder softening breath out. Now let's do shoulder circles. All right, so take your arms and just draw big circles to the sides of the room. Breathe. All right, as if this isn't enough, let's add in the knees. Put a bend in your knees when the arms come down and then straighten them up when the arms come up. So you're waking up the knees. Breathe. Wake up and move. Breathe. Yoga is said to be the union, the coming together of your mind, your body, and your soul. Move your body and your head feels better. Plain and simple. Circle the arms in the opposite direction. Maybe a bigger bend in your knees. Maybe not a bigger bend in your knees. Let it go and just enjoy. Breathe. In through the nose. Sigh it out through the mouth. Finish up. Come on up to standing. Shoulders back. They're over your hips. Shoulders down. Stand up nice and straight. Big coat swing. Imagine you're a child with a big coat on and the arms are way too long. Start to sway from side to side. Look over your shoulder. Let the arms hang heavy as your shoulders relax. You know, celebrate. We've been celebrating a lot, right? At the holidays. Celebrate the small things with joy. Believe in your ability to transform and change. You can change. You can change for the better, and your yoga will do that for you. You did lock in that stress number, right? Because it's going to start to come down. It's already coming down. Let the arms hang heavy. Look more over your shoulder. Enjoy this twist. We're going to do plenty of twisting today. Finish up. Slow it on down. Come back to the midline of your body and focus. Let's do ragdoll. So you're going to focus on this. Feet are hip width distance apart. Look down, spread them a little bit. That's 2 fist widths. You're going to be down here in a second so you can measure. Hinge forward. Breathe. Arms are heavy. Look back to your knees. Bend your elbows, hands to opposite elbow creases. Put a little bend in your knees. It feels mighty good. Feels good to decompress the low back. Wiggle your toes. And then plant the feet solidly. Start to sway one elbow back toward your knee, then toward the other knee. All right, let your head hang heavy. Shake it out. This is your ragdoll pose. Now, focus on what you can do today. Don't focus on what you can't do. Don't get stuck there. Do what you can. Maybe you do 10% of the poses here. You take it to 10%. That's better than nothing at all. Think about it. An improvement of 10% is quite a bit. So just hang out here. Decompress your low back. Finish up when you're ready. Come back with arms to the midline of your body. Release your fingertips to the earth. Bend your knees and come on down for child's pose. It's where you really get into your mat. Your body has moved. You're going to rest on your mat here in your child's pose. And you may not be where you want to be right now in your yoga practice or anything else, but you're closer than you were yesterday because you're here. You're here. You're doing. You're moving. All right, child's pose. Knees can be together. Big toes can touch. Hips go back towards your heels using a block or 2 or however many you want. Bring your head down to the block. Rest. Find length in your spine. Bring your arms down by your sides, shoulders away from your ears, palms face up, fingers reach toward the bottom of your mat. Rest in your child's pose. Block or no blocks. You decide what you like, but your forehead is on the foundation as the crown of your head lengthens forward. An option, there's always options. Child's pose, knees spread wide, big toes touch, arms reach to the top of the mat with the forehead sinking down to the blocks or to the earth. Big breath in, big breath out. For your child's pose in your chair, you can have your legs together, your knees together, to hollow out your belly and let your torso come to your thighs. Let your arms reach or hang long on to the earth. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Lengthen through your spine. Ankles are getting a nice stretch. Knees are getting a nice stretch. Thighs are getting a wake-up call. Fingers are reaching to the top or to the bottom of your mat, depending upon which variation you decide to choose. Big breath in, big sign, breath out, smile, smile. Why not? You feel better when you smile. All right, close your lips if you like. Breathe in and out of your nose only. This is called Ujjayi Pranayama breath. It helps you build heat in your body and it helps you focus on you. Listen to the sound of your breath in the back of your throat. That big Darth Vader sound. Big breaths in. Big breaths out, soften in the jaws. And if you don't like the Ujjayi Pranayama breath, breathe any way you like, but just breathe deeply. Notice your breath. Let the outside world go and just enjoy this moment, this time on your mat. Big breath in. Big breath out. Let's go into our first sun salutation. Don't be intimidated. You can do it. All right, slide your arms so they're under your shoulders. Knees hip-width distance apart. Toes tuck towards your shins. Press into the earth and send your hips high. Your body looks like an inverted V. Hold it here. Pedal your heels. Feet are hip-width distance apart. Pedal them out, pedal them out, pedal them out. Shake your neck, let it be loose. Look back to your knees as your head hangs heavy. Push your hands hard into the earth, fingers spread wide. This is down dog, you're gonna do it a lot. Now steady your heels, press them toward the earth. Walk your feet up to meet your hands or your hands back to meet your feet. When you're ready, sweep your arms up to the sides of the room. Come on up to standing, then bring your hands to prayer center. Soften in the shoulders, close your eyes. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Ground into the earth. Blink your eyes open. Lift your arms high up to the sky. Tadasana. We've done this before. Lengthen up through your hips. You can be seated in the chair, lifting the arms up to the sky. When you're ready, let's take an exhale, hands to prayer center, fold forward. Look back to your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. As you inhale, press into your shins, your thighs, whatever you need to press into to create a flat back. Everybody's height is different. Make it work for you. Squeeze your shoulders towards your spine as your back is flat. Press into the earth, crown of the head lengthens to the front of the room, and tailbone to the back of the room. Let's take Chaturanga Dandasana. 3 ways to do it. If you're familiar with the classic way, go for it. I'm going to take my first one on the wall. All right, so you're in your halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. If you want to do it on the wall, roll on up, come to the wall, press your hands into the wall, and step on back. Perhaps think of the wall like the mat. So if you're on the ground, you're pressing into the ground. And if you're on the wall, you're pressing into the wall. Feet are stepped back, hip width distance apart. Bend your elbows, lower down to a low plank. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift on up to an upward facing dog, chest up toward the sky. If you're on the mat, remember to flip your feet so you're on the tops of your feet in your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips go high, or you press away from the wall. Breathe. There's your downward facing dog, your sun salutation A, Chaturanga Dandasana on the wall. All right, from your downward facing dog, walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Sweep them on up. Come on up to standing extended mountain. That's your first sun A in the books. You got it. Lengthen up. Exhale, hands to prayer center, fold forward. We're going to do it again. We're going to do it a total of 3 times, and I'm going to take a different variation yet. If you liked the wall and you want to do that, continue with it. If you want a little more of a challenge, try this one. Inhale, halfway lift, hands press into your shins. Exhale, fold forward, walk your hands forward, and come on down to your knees. Or not, take your classic if you want. Hinge the weight forward. Think of this as your high plank. Once you come into your high plank, take it to a low plank, bend your elbows. Come on down, keep your hands right where they are, hug the elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog if you like, or take a little baby cobra pose. Press into your hands, feet are still down, look down your nose, breathe. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips go high. Press them up to the sky. Body's an inverted V. We've done this before. Breathe. Walk your dog. Pedal your heels. Breathe. So those are 2 very common variations that perhaps are more accessible for you in this new year as you start the transformation and change in your body, in your life, in your mind, and you enjoy your yoga. All right, one more, sun salutation A. I'll do a classic one this time. Press into your feet. Walk your feet up to meet your hands or your hands back to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep up. Come on up to standing Tadasana, extended mountain. Lengthen, breathe. Exhale. Hands through prayer center, fold forward. Are you taking the variation that you like? Are you taking the variation that you need today? Give yourself permission to take care of you. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins, back is flat. Exhale, fold forward and take your first step of your Chaturanga Dandasana. I'm going to take a high plank pose, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, low plank, bend the elbows, flip the feet so the tops of the feet are on your mat, then straighten your elbows. Come on up to an upward facing dog. You could be on your knees here, remember. Breathe, lengthen, chest is forward. Exhale, down dog, flip your feet, hips go high, press into the mat. Downward facing dog, pedal it out. Shake your neck. Neck is loose. You've got it. There's 3 variations of your sun A. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands or our hands to meet our feet. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain pose. Been here before, Tadasana. Hold on, hang on, you've got it. I'm gonna switch my orientation here. All right, arms are lifted, bend your knees. As you bend your knees, reach through your arms. This pose is called chair pose, Utkatasana. So you got to bend in your knees, weight back in your heels. It's a challenge, isn't it? Reach, lengthen. If you're seated in your chair, totally fine. Your bottom's on your chair. Reach through the arms. You've got it. Lengthen, exhale, sit lower. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hands to purse center, straighten the knees and fold forward. Take your inhale, halfway lift, hands to your shins, back is flat. Chaturanga Dandasana time. Your variation, the wall, your knees, or classic. All right, I'm gonna take classic. Walk my hands forward, legs go back. I'm gonna come to a high plank, shoulders over the wrist, pressing hard into the earth. Exhale, low plank, hugging the elbows in. Flip so the tops of your feet are on your mat. Lift through the chest, knees lifted or down. You decide, upward facing dog. Time for down dog. Flip your feet, hips go high, downward facing dog. Here's where the difference comes in. Now we're gonna do a warrior two pose. Shake your neck, let it be. You can do this seated in the chair. You're just gonna shift your bottom so one cheek is on the chair. All right, lift your right leg high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Right toes shining forward. Rise on up. That's always good. Come on up. Shoulders over your hips. Plant your left foot down. So both feet are solid on the mat. Left foot is at a 90 or 45-degree angle. Right knee, bend into it. So you can see what I mean. If you're on the chair, you're going to be seated and you're going to position your legs this way. And then we're going to tee out our arms. All right, I'm going to wiggle my toes a little more to the top of the mat, keeping the right knee over the right ankle. Shoulders are over my hips. Arms are teed out. Lengthen up, warrior. You're strong. Hold on. You can do this. Lengthen up and breathe. Remember, it's a yoga practice. It's not a yoga perfect. Nobody's perfect. Hang on. Just do. Do what you can with what you got. Look to the right. Really turn your head. Look to your right middle finger. Settle in down into your mat. Squeeze the mat together with your inner thighs. Your strong inner thighs. We worked on those yesterday. Squeeze, squeeze. You can feel the inner thighs activate. Breathe. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, reach to the front of the room. Reach, reach, reach farther. And then tick-tock your arms 6 and 12. Today, right arm is bent. Right forearm is pressing into the thigh. The thigh is parallel to the earth as best you can. Left arm, reach it high to the sky. Now look up to the left arm. Look up and breathe. Stay here. Feel the lengthening in the left side of your body. Kind of reminiscent back to that palm tree pose. Lengthen. Let's do reverse warrior. Take an inhale. Come on back up to standing. Keep your low body as if it were in cement. This time let your right arm go up and your left arm go down your left thigh. Reach, look up. Strong warrior. Yay. Exhale. Cartwheel your arms. That always sounds fun. Cartwheel your arms. Surround your right front foot. Left toes point forward, right foot goes back to meet the left. You're in a high plank or on your knees. Lengthen up through your spine. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Hips are high. Don't give up. Just try. It'll all come to you with consistency, with practice. Tailbone lifted high, neck is loose, shake it. We've got another side to do. Your left side for warrior two. Not too bad, you got this. Left leg kicks high. That feels pretty good. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Left toes shine forward, back foot plants. You rise up in your warrior two. Feet are solid. Sink on down. Knee, left knee over left ankle. Arms tee out, shoulders over hips. Strong warrior. Lengthen up, look up, breathe, reach through your arms. Sink a little bit lower. Hold, you've got it. Squeeze the mat nice and tightly. You can do it. Don't quit. Breathe, lengthen up. Exhale, look left over your left middle finger. Oh, I heard my neck on that one. Breathe, left, reach. Extended warrior, tick-tock the arms, 6 and 12. Look up, breathe. Press the left forearm into your thigh, breathe. Inhale, rise up, right arm down, left arm up, breathe, lengthen. You got it, you're strong. Cartwheel time, cartwheel the arms, surround the left front foot, left foot goes back to meet right, high plank, low plank. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Breathe, pedal, you got it. Let's do it again. Any way you like. Maybe you take it on your knees. Maybe you skip the chaturangas and just come back to a stationary down dog with shaking your neck. Just try. I'm gonna walk my hands to meet my feet, or you can walk your feet to meet your hands. Gaze back to your knees. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain. Let's do it a little more quickly. Bend in your knees, reach through your arms. Chair pose, Utkatasana. As you breathe, sink lower into your heels. Pay attention to your breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, sink. One more, lengthen. On this exhale, straighten your knees, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. That feels good. Exhale, plant your hands, step it back, take it any way you like. Chaturanga Dandasana, maybe on the knees or not. High plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Foot between the hands. Inhale, rise up. Warrior 2, feet are planted, right knee bent, arms teed out. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, look to the right. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, extend, reach. Tick-tock your arms. Right forearm presses into thigh. Left arm reaches. Look up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm high, left arm low, reach. Exhale, cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana. Right foot back to meet left. High plank if you want. Low plank if you want. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Breathe. Pedal it out. Take the dog for a walk. Not literally, but take your feet. Pedal them. Don't leave yet. Walk the dog later as you get out in nature and can move better because you did your yoga. Other side, still your feet. Left leg lifts, kick it high. Exhale, sweep it through. Low lunge. Rise on up. Plant your feet. Tee out your arms. Sink low. Squeeze the mat. Look left. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, reach forward, tick-tock. Left thigh is pressed with that left forearm. Reach up, look up. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm down, left arm up. Reach, breathe, stretch. You did it. Cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana. Left foot back to meet the right. High plank, maybe on your knees. Low plank. Inhale, up dog, maybe on your knees, breathe. Exhale, down dog, breathe. And pedal. And finish. Still your knees. Let your head hang heavy. Shake it. Bend your knees. Bear plank. Hover above the mat just a little bit. Knees are lifted. Just hover a little bit. Shoulders over wrists. Come on down. Come on down to your knees. Grab a drink. Let's press on. Don't give up. Don't quit. Come on. You've committed the time. Make it work for you. And modify. Modify, modify, modify. And drink. Drink, drink. Cheers. All right, so that was Sun A, that was Sun B. You can do it in your chair. Let's do some things for our core. 3 poses specifically. You know these. You can have your strap nearby if you want to use it for boat. All right, so to begin with, new slate here. These are for your core. Soles of the feet touch, knees open wide. Hike your heels up a little closer to your groin if that's okay. Hands together in prayer. Lengthen up and then recline. As you recline, take it slowly. Breathe. You can do this. Try to avoid the big clunk at the end. Come on down. Hike your heels up, maybe closer to your groin. This little sequence of 3 poses, maybe breathe in and out of your mouth. Let some of the heat go that we built up in that sun salutation A. First thing, Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Fingers lightly to your temples, elbows open wide. Knees open wide. Take a big breath in. Put a smile on your face, take a big breath out. You got it. All right, you're going to use your chin as your guide. Lift your chin up to the sky as you exhale. As you inhale, come on down. Lift on the exhale, lower on the inhale. Why? All right, because here's why. One breath, one movement. Exhale, inhale. Think about it. As you come up, you want to exhale to hollow out your belly so you can come higher. Lifting the shoulders up, keeping the elbows back. Lift and lower, lift and lower. All right, next core exercise. Not too bad, right? You can do it again. Let's do it again. Bring your elbows down. Bring your knees together at the midline of your body. Let's do bicycle pose. 3 possible ways. You pick how you want to do it. All right, I'm going to start with the soles of my feet down on my mat, knees hip width distance apart. Fingers back to my temples like we did earlier. Exhale, peel the shoulders on up. This time I'm going to bring my left elbow toward my right knee. That's the intention. And then the other elbow toward the other knee. So little twists, little lifts, elbow reaching toward the knee. All good. Want to keep the shoulders down? Let's try that variation. Shoulders are down, elbows are on the earth, fingers slightly at your temple, but you're going to bring your knees up. Knees are over your hips, shins parallel to the earth. Draw your feet, flex your feet toward your toes. Stay right here. Ride a recumbent bicycle. Extend one heel toward the front of the room, then the other. Ride that recumbent bike. Breathe. You got it. Think of your tailbone. Keep it down on your mat and just pedal through your heels. Put it all together for a classic bicycle pose. Peel the shoulders on up, opposite elbow toward opposite knee, while the other leg reaches straight toward the bottom of your room. Now, you could also straighten your legs and scissor kick them. Do what you like. Do what you want to do today. All right, so there's your variations on your bicycle. Now, next pose. Let's bring the legs on down. Hands, bring them behind your knees. Hold on here. If you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, not a good idea to rock on your spine. Check with your doctor to make sure. All right, start to rock and roll. Rock and roll. Come on up, then come on back. Come on up. Rock and roll, you get it. Then come on up to seated. Now here's where you have a choice. If you got your strap, you can use your strap or no strap at all. I'll show you with the strap, then I'll do it without the strap. Place the strap under your feet. If you're used to doing this Tuesday, Saturday practice with me, take the variation you like. Shoulders are back. Back is flat, not rounded. Back is flat. I'm going to extend my legs, hold on to this strap like reins of a horse. Hold here, elbows in, there's your boat pose. If you don't want to use the strap, you can keep your hands behind your knees, extend your legs, maybe one leg or the other. Hold here, back is still flat. Maybe remove one hand, then the other. Oh, that's a challenge. Lift the arms on, up, 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 as high as you want to go. Hold, breathe. Hands to prayer center, little bend in your knees, row the boat. One elbow tucks toward the earth, then the other. Row, row, row your boat if you don't have the strap in hand. Lots of ways to take it. Make it work for you. Finish up. Come into Cosmic Egg. I love the name of that. I always think of Mork and Mindy with that one. Remember that? All right. Hike your feet, your heels up towards your bottom. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Hollow out your belly. Make space. Breathe. Soften your shoulders. You got it. Take it to another layer. Bring your gaze down towards your belly button. Maybe put your forehead on your knees. Maybe press the weight up onto your toes. And here's the cosmic part of it, I guess. It's the balance. Find your balance here. Tight core. You're rolled into a little yogi ball. Breathe. And then finish. Feet come down. Remember, yoga practice, not yoga perfect. Crisscross at the ankles. Hands come down. Remember down dog? Come back to it. Pedal it out. Feels good in your hips after that boat pose. Pedal it out and breathe. Let's do a prayer twist. Walk your hands back to meet your feet to the point where your heels come down and your feet are comfortably on the earth. Now you're in a forward fold. All right, prayer twist. Bend your knees pretty generously. Bring your knees together, feet together. Nice big bend here. Kind of feels like a chair pose, right? Bring your hands to prayer center and shoulders lift a little bit. Hold it right here. Take a big breath in. And on the exhale, bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Hands are stacked and your elbows are stacked. Look at your knees. Tendency is to let the left knee pop forward. Bring it back so both knees are together. Then look to the right. Look to your hands. Inhale, spine lengthens. Exhale, twist. Twist a little deeper, deeper, deeper. Maybe look up to your elbow or over the shoulder. Breathe. This is great if you're a golfer. Right, Betty? Good. All right, let's come back. Hands to prayer center. Readjust in your body. Sink low in your hips. Lengthen through your spine as you inhale. Exhale, sink a little lower. Oh, my quads are loving it. All right, when you're ready. Other side. Right elbow, left knee. Where's that right knee? Put it back in line with the left. Hands stacked, elbows stacked. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Look to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Look a little more. Take your time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Gotta lengthen. Gotta find the space to take the twist. Finish. Hands back to prayer center. Straighten your legs. Fold forward. Hands down to your mat. Put some space between your feet. Not a whole lot. Just some. How's that for definitive? All right, gorilla pose, Padahastasana. I mentioned this yesterday, so let's do it today. All right, you're down here. Look back to your knees. Hands. Take your palms of your hands and put them underneath your feet from the front. So you're going to slip your hand under your foot so the tip tops of your toes are touching your wrist. All right? Bend your knees pretty generously. Down and to the sides a little bit. Elbows are bent pretty generously. Down and to the sides of the room. You're kind of looking between your legs or at your knees. Pull, pull, pull. Strong, strong, strong. With your hands underneath your feet. Elbows to the sides. Breathe. Think of lengthening your spine. Gorilla pose, Padahastasana. Finish. Remove your hands, wiggle your wrists, because that's pretty intense, isn't it? All right, walk your hands forward, come to a downward facing dog. If you want, you can squeeze in a Chaturanga Dandasana. If you don't want, stay right here in your down dog and enjoy the pedaling out. I'm gonna go from high plank to low plank, pressing into the earth on the tops of my feet, upward facing dog. Flipping my feet to a natural position, and I'll meet you back in down dog. Breathe. Let's do a lunge. Right leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. I can't do it on my right side. I always have to sweep it around. Other side, I can do it just fine. This side, no go. But that's okay. I modify. All right, so here's what you do. Right toes are pointing forward. Back toes are pointing forward too, but that heel is lifted. Rise on up to a standing position. Now sink on down. Ooh, that's the fun part. Sink down so your left knee is just hovering above the earth. That earth's far away. Or bring it all the way down. You decide. Right knee over right ankle. This is your lunge. All right, I'm gonna pop back up on my knee. I'm gonna lift my arms high up to the sky. Take a baby back bend, reach to the back of the room, then hands back up. If you are elevated on that back knee, you're challenging your balance. If you are down on that back knee, you can deepen your twist. So both good, just different results. Hands to prayer center. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, twist like we did earlier with that golf twist. Left elbow outside of the right knee. Hands stack, elbows stack, lengthen up, and then twist here. Hi to Betty, Lori, Stan, Lynn, Tammy, Elizabeth, Marietta, Ginger, Lisa, Kelly, Yvette, Roger, Kelly, Tim, Steve, Rena, and Tim. Breathe. Look over your elbow. That's your twist. Let's come on down and let's take it to a runner's lunge. Down on your bottom left knee if you're not already there. Wiggle your right toes to the top right corner of your mat. Maybe find a block. Press your hands into the block. Left leg goes long and straight, top of the left foot on your mat. Right toes up toward the top right corner of your mat. Open up, perhaps on the pinky edge side of your foot. How do you like that? Breathe there, or breathe here. Here, there, everywhere. Breathe. Press into your block, and if you want, slip on down to your forearms on the block. Lengthen, breathe, lengthen, breathe. You can come down all the way to the earth if you want. And if you don't want, put the block back and say, not for me today. Breathe. Here's your runner's lunge. We'll take it to a side plank next. All right, hands press into your mat. Remove the block if you used it. Right leg is going to go back to meet the left. For your side plank, left shoulder over left wrist. You can be on your left knee. Right leg can extend, right arm up. Breathe in your side plank. Another variation. Legs go long. Keep the ankles glued together. Right arm lifts. Breathe. Look up to your right hand and finish. Hands come down. Hey, guess what? You're back in a down dog. Breathe. Pedal it. Take a Chaturanga Dandasana if you want. I don't want. I'm going to stay right here. Maybe you kick your left leg high. No, maybe you don't. Maybe you hinge forward and come into your high plank. Then take it to a low plank as you exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog, chest lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet go natural, hips go high. We'll meet back in our down dog. From this down dog, let's go into our lunge again. Left leg kicks high. Sweep it through to your low lunge. Rise on up to whichever level is right for you. Big bend in that back knee and the front knee. Back knee can be down, arms can be lifted. Baby back bend if you want. Exhale, hands to prayer center. Breathe. Big inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Left elbow outside of the, or right elbow outside of the left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Look at your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Look to your elbow. One more inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Maybe look over your shoulder. Hands back to prayer center. Drop down to that back knee if you're not already there. Wiggle your left toes to the top left corner of your mat. Block underneath your hands if you like. Right leg long and straight on your mat. Press into your block at whatever height you like. Maybe it's the forearms on the mat or the block. Open up the left leg. Pinky edge side of the foot on the edge of the mat. Breathe. Finish up. Press into your hands. Sole of the foot comes back down. We will take the side plank on the other side. Left foot goes back to meet the right. This time, right hand is your foundation. Left leg long, maybe on the bottom right knee. Maybe legs long, maybe kind of kickstand them. Lift your arm up to the sky. Press into the earth. One straight line from fingers to hand. Breathe and finish. Hands come down. Now you're back in your down dog. Pedal out your hips. How are you doing? Let's do some balancing now. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, halfway lift, back is flat. Exhale, fold forward, look back at your knees. Little bend in the knees feels good. Inhale, arms sweep up. Time to balance. I'm going to grab a drink. Okay, yesterday we did a lot of poses, balancing poses on the wall. And you kind of like that. I think so you liked it. At least Sarah liked it. And Lena liked it. So that's good. All right. Lena, lean up against the wall. It's all cute. All right, so you can do these poses on the wall if you wish. All right, so I'm gonna do tree pose. You can put your bottom on the wall to have your balance. Totally fine. You can have a chair here. Hands to prayer center. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Soften in the shoulders. For your tree pose, bend your right knee. Eyes are open. Open up the right knee to the side of the room. Root through your left foot. Place the sole of the right foot wherever feels right. You know, maybe it's like a Barbie doll foot, balancing on the ball of your toes. Breathe. Maybe you put the leg up nice and high. Nice and high, press the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Shoulders come back over your hips. Maybe a chair is here. Maybe you're leaning your bottom up against the wall. Breathe, hands back to prayer center. Focus. You really got to focus on this one. You got to focus here and now in this moment. No worries. No hurries. Look to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Hands at prayer center. Grow your branches if you like to challenge your balance. Sway them. You've got it. Hands back to prayer center. Bring the foot off of the knee and bring the knee to the front of the room. Plant the right foot next to the left. There's your tree pose. Other side. Root into the right leg now, or the left if you did the other side first. Open up the left leg to the back of the room. Bring the foot up, up, up to wherever is comfortable for you today. Just don't put it on your knee. That kind of self-corrects. Doesn't feel good to push the foot into the knee sideways. Lengthen up through your hips, through the crown of your head. Soften up through your shoulders. Root down into that foundational leg. Grow your branches if you like and sway them. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet and focus. Call it a drishti, a focal point in yoga. A drishti. Focus on something that's not moving. Hopefully there's nothing moving up there. Bring your hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Plant the left foot next to the right. That's your tree pose. You did it. Eagle pose, Garandasana. All right, for your eagle pose, bend your knees. Bend your knees. Think about chair pose. In fact, add in the arms. Reach through the arms, sink lower in your bottom. Breathe. You can do this seated in your chair. There's two big parts here, the arms and the legs. You can do one or the other. Reach through the arms. If you're not liking this, reaching through the arms, bring your hands to opposite shoulders. That feels kind of cool, doesn't it? Or hands to prayer center. That's good too. All right, perhaps your arms are reaching. Maybe what you want to do is sweep the right arm under the left. Bring your palms to touch and squeeze your elbows down. Look over your fingers. Look forward. Big breath in. Big breath out. Settle in. Settle into that left foot. Lift the weight out of the right. Lift it up or not. Cross the right leg over the left or not. So many choices. Top of the right foot. Maybe hook it behind your left calf. Sink low. Bend in the knees. Squeeze the elbows down. Look over your fingers and hold tightly here. This is your eagle pose. Going to take this to an eagle-armed airplane. That's a big balancing pose. Keep your arms like they are. Uncurl the right leg. Send it to your back wall. Reach. Maybe if your back wall is there, you can place the foot on the wall and find your balance here. No wall, no problem. Lift the leg up, up, up to about hip height if you want. Fingers, reach them to the top of your mat. Dial your right hip down. Hold here in your eagle-armed airplane. Let's finish it. Right leg down, arms uncurl, Tadasana. Ta-da, you're doing it. Arms reach, lengthen up. Let's do it again on the other side. Put the bend in your knees for chair pose, Utkatasana. Reach through your fingers, sink low. Inhale, reach, exhale, sink. Choose your arm variation, whichever one you like. This time, I'm gonna sweep my left arm under my right, palms touch, elbows squeeze down. I'm gonna look over my fingers. Nestle in here. You can do just the arms, or you can do just the legs. Right foot's my foundation now. Left leg lifts. I'm gonna cross it over the right leg. Top of the left foot, behind the right calf. Sink low, squeeze down, squeeze. Squeeze, sink lower. Look forward, hold tightly. Breathe, squeeze. Time for eagle, armed airplane. Just release the left leg to the back of the room. Fingers point forward. You can use that back wall for stability. No wall at all, if you like. Reach the fingers forward, leg lifts, hip dials down. Breathe in your eagle-armed airplane. Finish, right leg down, arms uncurl, sweep on up. Extended mountain. Take a big breath. Time for dancer. Reach through your left arm, nice and high. Right arm is going to sweep around and around. Nice big circles to the back of the room. Breathe. Start with the right leg by rooting into your left leg. Lift the right leg up. With your right hand, capture inside the right ankle. Bring your knees together, lift up through your fingers, and then kick into your back hand. Hinge forward through your left arm. Reach through your fingers, knees are together, leg, you're kicking into the right hand. Reach forward with your right hand, kick with your left, lift and breathe, and finish. Right foot comes down, both arms sweep up, lengthen up, breathe. Same thing, other side. Left arm, big circle to the back of your room. Think about it for a second. You're gonna root into the right foot, lengthen out of your right hand. Left foot starts to lift, left hand captures inside the foot, knees together, lengthen up. Big breath in, exhale, kick, reach, kick, reach, get into your pose. Breathe, you're balanced. You got it? Left foot down, right foot down, hands to prayer center, close your eyes. Deep breath in. Deep breath out, hinge forward. Fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, Chaturanga Dandasana if you like, or we'll meet back in down dog. Remember, Chaturanga Dandasana consists of your high plank, your low plank, your upward facing dog, and your down dog. From down dog, kick your right leg high. Ekapada Rajakapatasana, half pigeon. As you exhale, bring your right knee behind your right wrist. Left leg goes long on your mat. Maybe find your block to keep you honest, and I'll tell you how in a second. Bring your right shin more parallel to the top of the mat. The block, slip it under your right bottom cheek to keep your hips equidistant to your mat. Slip on down to your forearms if you like, or use a block. Hands are resting on top of each other, elbows to the side of your room, shoulders are relaxed. Big breath in, big breath out. This is also called Sleeping Swan in a restorative practice. We'll do this in our restorative practice on Thursday and Sunday. Check it out. Great way to find space in the hips. For right now, we'll come out of it. Press into your hands, remove your block, send it to the other side, because you know what we're doing. Tuck your left toes under, send your right leg back to meet the left and shake it out in a three-legged down dog. Shake your neck, too. Plant your right foot, left leg kicks high. If you want to do Chaturanga Dandasana, you can squeeze that in as well. I'm going to go directly. After shaking this leg out, I'm going to bend it and sweep it to left knee, left wrist. Right leg goes long, top of the right foot on the mat. Left shin, a little more parallel to the top of the mat if you like. Wiggle your hips and feel the difference. Falling into that left hip feels different than being honest and having the hips equal distance. Slip the block under your glutes. Come on down to your forearms if you like. Big breath in, big breath out. Let it go. As you're ready, press into your hands. Remove your block. Don't let it go too far. Press into your hands. Tuck the back right toes. Lift the left leg up, up, up to the sky. Shake it out. Come back to your downward facing dog and pedal it out. How are you doing? Hinge forward, shoulders over your wrists. Come on down, all the way down to your belly. Keep your hands where they are and zip your legs up. Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Toes are zipped up, top of the feet pressed into the mat. Elbows hugged in towards your ribs. When you're ready, empty the air out of your lungs. Inhale, peel your shoulders up, lift. Feel the compression of the low back. Little to no weight in your hands. Elbows squeeze towards your spine. Finish. Come on down. Turn your head so your left cheek is on your mat. Arms down by your sides. Breathe. Shoulders away from the ears. Remember that. Breathe. Chin back to the center. Floor bow, Dhanurasana. Bend your knees. Left hand captures outside of the left ankle. Right hand outside of the right ankle. Wiggle your knees back together. Heels towards your bottom. When you're ready, exhale, kick into your hands. Lift and peel through the chest. Lift up, gaze down your nose. Kick harder into your hands, and then finish. Come on down. Legs come down, arms come down. Turn your head. Right cheek, right ear on your mat. Breathe. Big breath in. Big breath out. Chin back to the center. Hands under your collarbones. Press on up through seal. Press on up to standing on your knees. Hands to low back. Chest lifts. Look up to the sky. Breathe. Look back to where the back of the wall and the ceiling meet. Finish. Come on down. Grab a seat. Send your legs long. Legs are long. Toes are up. Arms lift high. Exhale. Reach forward. Look to your knees, capture your wrists, capture your ankles, hug your elbows in, breathe. Come on up, shoulders over your hips, come to reclined. On your back, bridge pose. Knees are bent, press into your feet, arms down by your sides, lift through your hips. Push the hips higher. Exhale, roll the spine down one vertebra at a time. Left leg goes along on your mat. Right knee, hug it in with your fingers. I'm going to grab my towel and my eye shade and bring it up by my shoulders. Hug the right knee in, either with a towel or interlaced fingers. Hug it in good and tight. Draw the left heel toward the bottom of your mat. Breathe. Supine twist. Left hand holds onto your right knee. Cross it over, roll onto your left hip. Keep your right shoulder down, tee out your right arm and look right. Bring both hips back down. Hug the right knee in, circle the ankle a little bit, send the right leg long. Other side, right heel drives to the bottom of your mat. Left knee bends, hug it in with the towel or your hands. Squeeze. Right hand guides left knee across the midline. Roll onto the right hip, encourage the knee down, tee out the left arm, keeping your left shoulder down, and look left as best you can. Gaze goes back up, left hip comes down, hug the left knee in again, circle your ankle. Nice job. When you're ready, both legs go long, come into a stick pose. Arms go high overhead, stretch it out like a big number one, because you are number one. You are the best. You did this. Point your toes, reach your fingers. Bend both knees, drag the heels up towards your bottom, lift both knees up. You got a strong core, left hand under left knee, right hand under right knee. Rock a little bit from side to side. And if you like, reach your hands inside your calves. Maybe today, that's not for you. Maybe today you're just going to keep rocking, holding on to those knees. Maybe take your hands and capture your heels. Send one leg high to the sky, then the other. So one straightens while one bends, and then do the other side. If you want, send both legs high to the sky, both heels, you're holding onto them, open them up wide. Maybe you're holding on to the calves, open the legs up wide and do a big letter V for victory, because you did it. And when you're ready, knees come back to meet, ankles come back to meet at the midline. Bend your knees, send your legs long. I saved the best for last. Final Savasana pose. Legs go long, legs spread a little bit. Cover your eyes with your eye shade or your towel. Arms down by your sides. Wiggle your shoulders closer to your spine. Pinky toes fall to the edges of the mat. Big breath in, and you know what comes next. Sigh it out, let it go. Big breath out. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Let it go and take your rest. Body's heavy. Mind is at peace. Maybe part of your practice is to have your remote control right here and you mute me at this point and you stay in your final Savasana pose as long as you like. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Take this time of conscious relaxation. But if it's time for you to get on with life, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, circle your wrists and your ankles. Take a big inhale, take a big good morning stretch, like it's the first stretch before you even get out of bed in the morning. And as you exhale, bend your knees and roll onto one hip or the other and come into a fetal position. Low arm, that bicep is a pillow for your head. Top shoulder is soft and relaxed. Eyes are closed. And take this deep breath and savor it. Big breath in. And big slow breath out. Nothing else matters, just this moment. Enjoy it and savor it. It'll never come again. When you're ready, you can keep your eyes closed or gently blink them open. Press on up using your hands or no hands at all. Come on up to a seated position that feels good for you. Hands to prayer center. Shoulders over your hips, chin slightly tucked, crown of the head lifts. Firm foundation beneath you is supporting you. No worries. Hands at prayer center. Take a big breath in. And a big sighing breath out. Let it go. Softly blink your eyes open. You did it. 1 hour. However you did it, you did it. No explanations for what you did. If you did 10%, you still did it. Excellent on you. Day 2, maybe, of this week, this new year, in the yoga books. Stick with it. That's the thing. Just stick with it. I mean, think about it. You know, can't do everything in the beginning. Some days you can do things, some days you can't. No big deal. But the thing is, you get out and you try. You may not be where you want to be yet, but you are closer than you were an hour ago. So come back tomorrow. From all of us, much love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. See you on your mats tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye. What's up, girly girl? Hey, Bonnie. Bonnie, you want to come? No? Okay, no. Should we go for a walk in the snow? We've got like 6 inches of snow. I hope you don't. Bye. New Year's resolutions suck, but your yoga doesn't, as is evidenced by the fact you're still here. I hope you're liking your yoga. Let me know what you like and what you don't like, and we'll customize the yoga just for you. And while you're at it, tell your friends about your yoga. Tell them what we do here at 316. If they'd like to join us, they can join in from the privacy of their own home. Our yoga is free. It's free for anybody and everybody because I want everybody to make 2023 their best year yet. If you'd like to support our broadcast, you can check out our website. It's www.316yoga.com. So come to your mat, forget the resolutions, just show up and have a great year. See you on your